Right now, if there's someone who really hates sharp boy William Ruto, it's none other than Museveni. And in this video, I'll give you some of the reasons why that's the case. In fact, let's immediately get after it. Number one, Ruto tricked Uganda to purchase Kenya Pipeline Company, and the Ugandans fell for the trap. They bought about 20.15% stake in KPC during the 2026 IPO listing on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Now, in retrospect, that's about 33 billion Kenya shillings. Now, after acquiring that 20% stake, Ruto went to Tanzania to announce a refinery, something that Museveni was never consulted. He was not aware. It is coming after he's been tricked to buy part of KPC. In fact, had he known, he would have invested in Tanzania instead of Kenya. Just listening to Ruto making the announcement in TZ, much to the annoyance of Museveni.
Sasa nimesikia nyie mnamuuliza Mama Suluhu maswali magumu. Mbona yule bwana ameenda kutangaza refinery ya Tanga na kule na sisi wenyewe hatujatangaza? Sasa nauliza nyinyi, ile refinery bana is a big investment. Sikizeni, hiyo investment is in billions of dollars. Kama mimi ningekuwa na nafasi ningeipeleka kule Kenya, lakini kwa sababu ya kuamini ujirani na bara letu la Afrika na jumuiya ya East Africa, sisi ni wamoja, nikasema ikijengwa Tanga ni kama vile imejengwa Kenya.
Now let me show you through a photograph why Museveni wants to kill Ruto. Just have a look at this. Here you can see Tanga, where the oil refinery is supposed to be built, backed by Kenya and Tanzania. Look at the distance it's covering. This is an entire 1,400 kilometers before it reaches Kampala. In fact, this should be 1,448 kilometers. Why eat somebody's money and then trick them last minute by making them have to create this infrastructure? Now Uganda is in the mercies of Tanzania. They have to wait for Tanzania to finish laying the infrastructure, of which Tanzania has no reason to even do it. They have no incentive. Oil ishafika kwao. Hii kitu ni Uganda wanataka. Kwa hivyo ni Uganda to foot the bill. And then once they have pushed it to their border, they continue pushing it to the capital. I'm telling you, mambo ya sharp boys wachana nayo. So Ruto amekula 33 billion ya Museveni, and now Museveni has to do 1,448 kilometers of piping from Tanga to Kampala. That's around 650 to 750 billion. And even if the Tanzanians decide to carry the weight, let's say they do, out of 750 billion, they do 450 billion worth of infrastructure and piping. Museveni atabaki na 300 billion ambayo anafaa afanye. This is coming after amekuliwa 33 billion na Kasongo. And then we sit here and wonder why huyu kijana wa Museveni, Muhoozi, he's always daydreaming about marching on to Kenya with his armies. He wants to take Kenya from Western all the way paka Nairobi, anasema that is part of Uganda. It's because wamechezwa na wanajua wamechezwa. So wako na hiyo uchungu. I never heard of Muhoozi trying to march upon Kenya when Uhuru was president. In fact, they had a very cordial relationship. Uhuru would go there, they would drink together, hang out, mambo ilikuwa sawa. They had a lot in common, watoto wawili wa rais. But what Ruto has done to Uganda, 33 billion, and Uganda's economy is smaller than Nairobi, or just at par. Au ndo umeenda kugonga 33 billion. Surely, what is the difference between that na mtu heartless ambaye anadanganya youths? Leta 200,000, kuna kazi Saudi Arabia tunawapeleka, utakuwa unalipwa 400,000. Watu wanauza ng'ombe, poor families do what they must do to raise the money, unaletewa, alafu unazima simu. That is what Ruto has done to Museveni. It is bad, it is shameless. If you are Ugandan, I feel bad for you, but learn a lesson na pia mkwe mnatusikiza. When we tell you our president hayuko sawa, musituone wajinga. We also have some intelligence. We are in the country, we are not outside. Anyway, ukishaoshwa, what can you do? I'm telling you, mambo ya sharp boys, kuizi si rahisi. Anywho, let's see what Kenyans are next to say about this. And I quote, Peter Salasya said, hata si angesema Mombasa refinery because we already have KPC pipeline all the way from Mombasa to Kisumu, and then tell Museveni we shall extend our pipeline from Kisumu to Kampala. We have too low crude oil in Turkana. We can build one line to transport the crude oil of northern Uganda and that of Turkana to Mombasa. We have the ocean connecting to Dar es Salaam to bring crude oil of Tanzania. Aki Ruto, hunifanya nitamani ningekuwa president wa Kenya. Maybe this country of Kenya would be something else. Onyango Okelo Olo said, something does not add up about this Tanga oil refinery spearheaded by President Ruto. Hear me out. Kenya moves from a competitive open tender system to a government-to-government fuel deal, G2G. Uganda cries foul, demands access to the Kenya pipeline company systems to transport fuel to Uganda. Kenya refused and wanted Uganda to pay whatever Kenya deemed fit. Uganda's fuel system was being blocked at the entry point. This left Uganda with no choice but to find a new route, Tanzania. Uganda moved quickly to reduce reduced dependence and began talks with Tanzania to possibly build a Tanga-Kampala fuel pipeline. Then suddenly in 2024, Ruto and Museveni agreed to resolve the dispute diplomatically. Kenya agreed to let Uganda use the KPC infrastructure. What transpired? What changed? How is it that immediately after Uganda explores another alternative, Ruto and Museveni agree? Could this have been a long con from Ruto to force Uganda and Tanzania to explore this alternative route and come in with proper investments? Long story short, 33 billion ya Museveni imekuliwa. Sasa refinery iko Tanga, si Mombasa. Aanze kujipanga na 650 billion vile watakimbiza hiyo kitu wakitafuta gradient, because you have to have a gradient. Mali ingine ni mlima, you have to go opposite. That costs money. Excavators. Museveni is finished. But anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. If you're still managing rentals using notebooks and caretakers, see how Joel Karango Miner switched to a system that runs his 76 units automatically. Every month, caretakers traveled to his office with handwritten records. Balancing the math took hours. Payments never merged and tenants never got receipts. Then Joel switched to Bomahat, Kenya's award-winning property management software. Now payments update automatically, receipts go out via SMS, and every report is just one click away. He now runs all 76 units from his phone. No chaos, no confusion. Join hundreds of landlords doing the same. For more information, please call 0717-512-483 or visit www.bomahat.com. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.